for February. Some of you didn't make it through your goals, period. Some of you made it, some of you didn't. So I wanted to celebrate you because you're making it to your February. Good morning, good morning. I'm a little stuffy. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to do this quick. I'm going to try and do it quick as I can. Yesterday, my beautiful church just confirmed what I'm going to be talking about all this month. Family time. We're going to start out Wednesdays. We're going to talk about wealth. Fridays, we're going to talk about family. And we're going to go through each character on Friday. What do I mean? On Fridays, we're going to talk about fathers. On Fridays, we're going to talk about mothers. On the third Friday, we're going to talk about sisters. I'm a little stuffy. And then on the last Friday, we're going to talk about brothers. Brothers, sisters, we're going to get all into that. We're going to talk about family. But I want to do this quickly. For those of you who have a Bible in front of you, I want to challenge you to read Genesis chapter 3. Genesis chapter 3. I forgot my Bible because I'm busy rushing. But I need you to understand something. And I want you to hear me clearly. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining me for Jamie's Journal this morning. I'm on a little earlier than usual. I'm usually on at 8:30. But I had to quickly come to you this morning and give this to you. I had about 15 minutes left. Good morning, good morning. Like I said, for those of you who are going to listen to this replay, we're going to be talking about wellness on Wednesdays. I'm going to give you some quick tips. On Fridays, we're going to be talking about family. And all this month, we're going to be talking about the F words. Future, favor, faith. Failure is a big one. Failure. Because some of us did not make it through our January as quick as we wanted to. So I'm gonna be talking about family on Fridays, and I've been praying that God is giving me the strategy and the words to say to you about family. I understand you don't know my family, you don't know my background, you don't know this, you don't know that. You're right. You're so right, sir, ma'am. You are so right. But there are some things within family that we need to understand. And Genesis chapter 3 explains it so beautifully. Here we have a story about mother and father. And they're not on the same page. Genesis chapter 3. They're both in the garden. Adam hears from one person. Eve hears from somebody else. But never before Adam eats the apple does Eve ask Adam, did God tell you not to eat this? Eve never asked that question. And some of us are like that today. We're not on the same page. I think some of this may be a little too deep for y'all. I think I lost some of y'all too. Good morning, good morning. I think I lost a couple of people this morning, but that's okay. So, for those of you who are want to listen to this replay, God bless you. You can still give me some hearts. You can still like share it, like it. But I want to give this to you, and we're going to all this month. We are going to talk about family from a family's perspective. Please hear me. We need to get on the same page. And that is the problem with our marriages today. We are not on the same page. I'm hearing from one God, you're hearing from another God. But never do we ask, hey baby, did you hear from God today? You know, Eve thought she was doing a wonderful thing, and she was. But then she never asked. She never opens her mouth and says, Adam, did you hear from God? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear what I heard? Parents were not on the same page. If you would get on the same page, that's why some of us are not married. Because we're not on the same page. We're on a different page. Please understand me. We're not on the same page. If there's ever a time for us to agree, it's now. If there's ever a time for us to be in tune, it's now. And it's not from a different God, it's from the same God. Please understand what I'm saying. Genesis chapter 3. Read it on your own time. Because the devil knows if we were ever on the same page, how powerful we can be. I was just upstairs in my room, and I was telling my mom I almost didn't sleep last night. And if we could just get on the same page, if we could just get on the same page, then the enemy, we would recognize the enemy. But some of us can't even get on the same page. Some of us can't even get in the same area. Please understand what I'm saying. I don't think you understand. Last month I said I was going to help out vendors. Last month I said I was going to do something different. So I had this event. I started in December. So I said, okay, let me have a December event. So here I am. I'm having an event. I'm all excited. I'm all excited to invite all these people. I'm doing all this work. And 2 people show up. So I said, okay, well, why don't we, get on the same page? Why don't we get on the same page? Nope. The enemy knows if you would ever connect to the one that has the same power and the same anointing, you know how powerful you would be right now? Do you know, and there's some families like this, and one of my families are like this. We're not always on the same page. You're here and I'm here. You're on the left field, I'm on the right field. You're over here and I'm over there. Well, the enemy is going to clearly do something in the middle because you're not understanding where I'm coming from. Today, if you would get on the same page, the power would hit more quickly and smoothly. That's the reason why Adam and Eve got kicked out of the garden. Genesis chapter 3. Read it when you get some time. I gotta go. I gotta get up out of here. But I wanted to give you the gist of our February. We're going to be talking about F words. We're going to be talking about fruits. I don't know if we're going to be talking about fruits or not. That just hit my spirit this morning. But we're going to be talking about F words, failure and future and faith, and finance is going to be tomorrow. Tuesday is going to be finances. Yeah, if it's the right question. Yes, if it's the right question. Thank you. But I hope you got the gist of what I'm saying. Genesis chapter 3 is real clear, but within the confines of the Bible, do you know how powerful it would be if we would stay on one page? Especially Christians. Stay on one page. If you how can I say this? If you stay on one page, then the power won't die out. Marriages are built upon being on the same page. That's what I want to tell you. Marriages are built on being on the same page. If you're not on the same page, you'll never get to your future. You'll never get to where you need to be. So, I got to get up out of here. I got to go. But this February, come back and join me Monday through Friday at 8:30. I believe I have something that you need to hear. But if you guys that do not know God, you need to go and revisit the Lord today. Those of you who do not know the Lord, you need to go and revisit. You need to go revisit God. You need to seek God's face for your February. So I want to say God bless your Monday. If I'm gonna try and come back on here if I can. Good morning. I'm gonna try and come back on here if I can, because there's so much more I want to tell you. But the biggest thing I want you to understand, in this world, if you don't stay on one page, then the enemy will do all kinds of things to you. Do you understand that? Because Eve thought she was doing a wonderful thing. But then Adam's like, I think Adam got amnesia. I think Adam just forgot. Genesis chapter 3, read it. I was waiting for those of you who were Bethanites who saw the play yesterday. I was waiting for. We never play this role of we never play the role of the scriptures. We always try to condense it. But remember, if you will ever get on the same page, then the devil will leave you alone. If you ever start praying with your husband or your soon-to-be husband, it'll be so much easier. But we don't do it. We don't open our mouths. We don't say, baby, let's pray today. We don't say it. So you think, oh, well, you know. So I gotta go. I gotta get up out of here. I got like 10 other things calls to be on. But I just wanted to give you that quick word. Cause the family is important. But so often we think that, well, if I separate myself from so-and-so, I can hear God better. No, you can't. No, you can't. Sometimes God has aligned the husband to be the head of the household. So if you're not listening to the head, then why are you married? Why are you married? You gotta listen to your husband. maybe you can't get an answer, but he got the answer.